Okay? So, we're sort of on a float. This is what I am saying. This is what I am saying. Yeah? We are going to have you guys vying for these seats, okay? If you want to be the governor, you want to be the sergeant of arms, whatever position that you want. Okay? I'm going to bring your names, the names forward. Okay? Yes. And the song, this is a song that used to be quite advertisement planned for, so it's probably don't remember it because you weren't there. Yes. So hebu jitokeze, jionyeshe, simama imara mbele ya watu. Okay? So I'm waiting for them to finish so that you get your names. Are you ready? Ready? Okay. So where do we start? Do we start with the governor? We want to know who is vying for the governor. CEO? CEO? Okay, now, if you'd like to take the seat of the governor, stand. So the only way you're taking the seat is if you're standing. Wow. All right. Okay. This is exciting. Picking my coffee, you know it's not easy. This is not easy. Putting yourself out there is not easy. Thank you. So where do we start? You will state your two names, your names, both of them. Kisha, she will write them, okay? All right. I think we should start from here. Hi everyone. Just a moment. This is not a campaigning session. It's just stating your name so that people know who you're actually buying. Sounds hard. Yeah.
Hi everyone. My name is Agnes Mandra. I'm from W.
Great. Thank you very much. Also, you remember we used to have this journal we had name tags, right? I will not be surprised if you still don't have those. It's okay. We give you
One, two, 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 two.
Okay. Real quick.
Hi guys. My name is Vivian Ogari. God. Hi.
Hi.
Angel Wangeshi. Angel Wangeshi.
All right. Thank you. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Mariam Duta. Mariam Duta.
Mariam Vita. Thank you, Mariam.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Georgina Sad. Georgina.
Sarah.
Bella Havin. Bella.
We are here live at a KICD whereby the children representatives are being chosen. Their names are being registered by the IEBC and they are vying for different posts. The children here have been sensitized on what to vie for. They've also been sensitized on the different electoral processes, also with the justice system. They are vying for different posts, which they themselves feel they might use to represent the other children, to advocate for their rights. Lost Child Kenya helpline has been here, and it has taken a step by sensitizing them on the importance of being a leader and what you hold, the power you have, and what to do just in case you don't get the position that you are vying for. It is an honor quite that the IEBC is here with them and is currently registering their names under them, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. It is a 3-day event, and today is when they're actually doing their elections. The children are choosing their representatives. There are currently 5 posts which are being chosen by the children. We have the governor, and the deputy. We also have the sergeant at arms. We also have the clerk. We also have the secretary general. All these posts are going to be represented by the Kenya Children's Assembly. This is another one of the elections for the many others that have been there. So let's just take a look and be with us here at Mtoto News.
Let us remember that for you to even run to get the deputy seat, you have to have run for the governor. That's all. So we have another list that says these are the deputy governor. That's all. Amazing. Second, tunaenda wapi? Secretary General. Haya, kina nani? Hebu jitokeze, jionyeshe. Aha, simama. Wapi? Aha. Mbele ya watu. We'll start here. Introduce yourself.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Ernest Mungai.
Ernest Mugai. Thank you, Ernest.
Hi everyone,
Hi.
my name is Jolene Agatha.
Jolene Agatha. Thank you.
Mungai.
Thank you. Then
Jolene Agatha. No, Jolene.
N. Yes. Right? Agatha. Thank you.
Hey guys, Daisy Zerodo.
Daisy Jerozo. Thank you. What was the mic?
My name's Ryan Wakeda.
Thank you, Ryan. Uh-huh.
My name is Willie Mwendo.
Willie Mwendwa. Thank you, Willie.
Hi guys,
Hi.
my name is Belinda Adhiambo.
Belinda Adhiambo. Thank you, Belinda. There's someone behind you.
Hello everyone,
Hello.
my name is Mark Gujiri.
Mark Ngunjiri. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Over to this other side. Let's start here.
Hi everyone,
Hi.
my name is Bravin Agam.
Bravin Agam. Is all right. Great. Here you go.
Hi,
Hi.
my name
My name is Jacinta Mugure.
Jacinta Mugure. All right. Thank you all. All right, I think you got captured. Amazing. Next position. What are we vying for? Next position? The everybody. The organizing. Haya, hebu jitokeze. Aha. Sote. Aje. Wapi. Very good. All right. So for the organizing secretary, Kinanani, here we go. Let's start here. Aya. Gina,
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning once again. My name is Kevin Juguna.
Kevin Juguna. Thank you, Kevin.
Hi,
Hi,
my name is Harriet Wanza.
Harriet Wanza. Thank you, Harriet.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Florence Anyango.
Florence, thank you, Florence.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Stacy Suchi.
S-H-U. I think the H is silent. S-H-U-C-H-I. Hiya, hiya, hiya.
Praise God.
Amen.
Praise God again.
Amen.
My name is Barak Malika
Thank you,
with
Barak.
double R.
You have to be particular, eh? Aya. Barak, nani? Malika. You go to? Alright. Okay. Where are we? Hiya, tuko hapa. Hello?
Hello,
Uh-huh.
my name is Margaret Mbone
Margaret Bonen.
with double N.
Okay, thank you.
Hi everyone.
we will need only one person from each sub-county, which means we cannot have two people from the same sub-county vying. So what will happen is, this is particularly for the governor's seat, okay? Yeah, because of the number. So which means you will have to come together. Come on, 3 people from the same sub-county, or 4 people, mjije kwa mkutano, you as in that sub-county will vie to be the governor from your sub-county. Manyelewa? Nani hajanielewa? Iwapo ni kutoka sub-county moja, all right, Agnes, Dagoretti, Alamin Starehe,
Njiru, Vivian, sorry, Embakasi, Angel, Njiru, Mariam Duta, Westlands, Georgina, Westlands, Bella, Kasarani, Najma, Makadara, Uzahim, Westlands, Kate, Madare, Alvin, Langata, Otino, Kibra, Nancy, Kamukunji, thank you. So I feel like we have Jiru and Westlands.
Westlands are 3, Jiru 2.
Great. So you guys will need to agree who will be vying. Yes.
And the Secretary General?
Okay. Haya. Wale wa hizo sub-counties. Yes. So we will give you guys an opportunity to do that during your tea break. So at this moment, let us have the person from IBC. Carry on. Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
That team is very happy. That team. Good morning. Hey, you guys, the ones who were exchanging water. Mko salama? Good morning. Kwa majina naitwa Ismail Yasin. Nafanya kwa tume ya uchaguzi na mipaka. Unajua Kiswahili ni lugha ya taifa, sio? Kwa hiyo nafanya wapi? Tume ya uchaguzi na mipaka, IEBC. Unajua IEBC ni full inamaanisha nini? Yes. Inamaanisha nini? Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. So at least now you have an idea from the meaning of the initials IEBC. You know why I am here. Elections, right?
Yes.
So IEBC is one of the commissions that was born from the Constitution 2010. Katiba yetu ilikuja na maofisi mpya. Tumekuwa moja wao. So kazi yetu ni kufanya uchaguzi, sio? Na mipaka, boundary delimitation. Sio? Nimesikia sub counties here, right? I was happy to hear sub county yangu. Nimesikia Kibra somewhere, sio? Happy to hear that. So pia mimi kutoka Kibra. So IEBC is the institution that did boundary delimitation, meaning we broke down Kenya into smaller units where those smaller units we could give leadership now iende chini. Tunasikia kuna devolution. Ndio? County government now from the national government. You know the levels of government, right? What are the levels of government? You say yes. National government and county government. So tuko na ile ambayo inasimama Kenya nzima, alafu tumegawa sasa into counties. And then the counties are now divided into sub-counties. Nairobi has how many sub-counties? Anybody? You say? 11. Is he right? Yes? Any other different opinion? A different answer? Madam? 17. Yes, so we have 17. I know 11 are here currently. So you're partially correct because the sub-counties that are represented here are 11. But in Nairobi, you have 17 sub-counties. So basically, IBCA is the team that handles elections and breaks down now the levels of government into smaller units. Now, when you go to sub-counties, you find wards. Kama Kibra huko kwetu kuna ward 5. Sio? Unajua hizo wards? Makina, Sarang'ombe, Laisaba. So each and every one of you, from where you're coming from, you need to know like sub-county yako, which in IBC terms we call them constituencies. And now from the constituencies, we also have one. And for every unit, each of every unit has a representative. Kama ambao wanasimamia MCA, meaning
Member of County Assembly.
member of county assembly. Kwa Kiswahili, mwakilishi wa wodi. Kiswahili ni lugha ya taifa. You also have everything you speak English. So that's how we got down. Units into smaller units and to bring representation down to now the grassroots level. The same applies to you guys because there's a national children's assembly, and then there's the sub-county one, and then there's also the county one. So I've seen we have 4 elections. The Secretary General, the governor, 14. Ninyi wote mnataka mpiganie hiyo kiti. It seems like there's kuna mazuri kwa hiyo. Ndio kwa governor. Inagaa kuna mazuri ya allowance na nini sio? But also remember, as you're exercising your democratic right, you also have to join forces. There's something that maybe Madam Brenta Tawagia that also as you're pursuing to find representation, because I think you've been told about leadership. You've been told about leadership, the qualities of a leader. So you also need to choose leaders that represent you well, leaders representative of what you feel is good and what reflects upon each and every one of you. Someone who is hardworking, someone who is diligent, someone who is trustworthy, someone. The same applies even in the elective positions in Kenya. For you to be a president, for you to be a governor, for you to be a senator, there's something called Chapter 6 in the Constitution. And then there's also an act called Leadership and Integrity Act. For you to be a leader in Kenya, you have to comply with some laws. You have to be in good standing with the government. You have to be in good standing with the law. In terms of going to criminal, bankruptcy also. Those positions of leadership are meant to represent people, not to for self-benefit. So if you're bankrupt, then how do you know that we will not drive the coffers? So I wouldn't want to labor so much on mambo elections. Tutasubiri when we harmonize the list. Of course, I will take you through what entails a valid vote, a spoiled vote, a rejected vote, and also how to behave when you're lobbying. When you're lobbying and campaigning, you also have to work within the codes of campaigns. Do not belittle other people, do not abuse, do not bribe. Don't bribe your people to be voted. So we'll speak about that after tea. We'll speak on that after tea. But in the back of your minds, can you prepare yourself look at the that you want to choose, so that by the time we are doing the elections, at least you're sure of who you're going to choose and how you're going to mark the ballot paper so that it is not spoiled and rejected. With that, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ismail. Anyone can name? Ismail from IEBC. So I think we are good to go. It's getting better and better. It's getting more nervous.
Yes.
No. There are some things we need to agree. And we want to hear from you. Some of the basic things we want to agree before we proceed on with the election. So one is that we need to agree, and I want to hear from you that if you are from the same sub-county, then we cannot have two people vying for that position. What is your opinion on that? What is your opinion on that? I want to hear your views so that we can have child participation. Sawa.
Yeah, that opinion is okay. I would like to say that it's better if from each sub-county you have one person.
Agnes is saying it's better from each position we have one person from there sub-county. There's a mic over there. Let's hear you.
Alamin, I think it's fine on my own opinion, because now in each sub-county will have like a representative.
Great, that is your opinion. Let's hear from Ryan.
To be honest, I find it a bit unfair. In some counties, maybe someone would want, because when we include the deputy governor, I find it unfair in case like two people, a governor and a deputy governor, to be represented in the same sub-county.
You have heard the opinions of Ryan. At the end of the day, tutafanya nini? Tutavote. Si ni ukweli? Bravin?
To me, it looks unfair because other children also need to participate. So, something like taking the right, they should be given the chance. I feel like the right has been taken from them.
You feel like the right has been taken out of them. But we also need to agree that the aspect of representation, because we can't have all the positions go to one area. Do you agree? Do we agree? Yeah. Do you want all the positions to go to one area? I don't want to name. So if then that is the case, how do we proceed? We need to agree. So let's proceed and get your view.
For me,
Happy?
it's unfair because everyone has his or her opinion.
Thank you. Nafikiri DCS munasikia na the civil society mko hapa, maybe we need to agree. Yes, let's hear Otieno.
For me, naona tu ni kama ni fair juu hawezi sema watu wanaweza kuwa wengi tena, hata apart from kukua wengi, kuna vile unzapata wameenda rerun, wakirudi tena bado watu wenye wametoka the same county ndio watapata, wenye wametoka the same sub county ndio watapata hiyo kiti, but ati ni different sub counties, huyu atapata, huyu mwingine apate, hata kuwa na rerun ule mwingine atapata pia, juu ukisema watu wote pia nzapata ya kwanza tena apate ya pili.
Thank you.
For my opinion, I think it's fair because we can't let one sub-county have both seats, because like Kasarani sub-county has never gotten a seat from the KCA. If others always take the seat, how will the other sub-counties participate? That's my opinion.
Thank you.
So to me, I think that because they're limiting a person to account, and that mwishowe it depends on the photo of the other people. So to me that.
As for me, I find it okay, but when after the elections are done, if because let's say the governor and the deputy come from the same sub-county, one of them has to drop down and get somebody else, like the person who follows next, to get that other seat. Let's say if the governor, the next one to get it. But to give everyone a chance, because as for me, I know myself, it's not easy to drop down from something. Because you're go-getters, then all of us are go-getters, or it's only me. Yeah, so it's not that easy. Yeah.
Thank you for your opinion. You have heard her. So if we get two people from the same sub-county, the chairperson and the deputy will step down and will go for the other person from the other sub-county. Utalia, utasema ni mpokonyo. It will be okay at that point.
No.
No. Yeah. That one will be okay.
No.
Your heart will be so painful. So we need to agree because that is some of painful truth that we have to agree on the table before we proceed.
For me, I'd like to say that it's very fair because the four members from one sub-county will agree. They'll choose one person who will lead them in PCA. Thank you.
Someone's Aunt Georgina? Okay.
Hiyo itakuwa fair. Juu hizo zinaweza kuwa vote zangu, mimi ndo nimekampaign. I campaign for them.
Yeah. So when you step down, but now you want to have votes of the same party leadership iende kwa sub-county moja.
No,
it will be okay. Will that one be okay? That's why you don't want to step down.
But you can do a runoff again. Runoff between the two people.
And my point is, so between those two, either you step or the one that one has said, those who are opposing, you can choose to go with which one. Either you step or you vie when you find yourself two sub-counties, a governor and a deputy, you drop one.
I think because let's say two people from the same sub-county, because they are vied, you can let them get to the election. Because one may lose. It's not like all of them should like win. One may lose. So you can let them fight, and after elections, if there are two, you can just agree on who will.
But that his answer, I'll have to oppose that. Because if we let him or her continue to be the deputy, he's chosen or whatever who will be chosen, and then the seat is taken from her. If it was you, how would you feel? So they just agree, one steps down. But let one of them from that sub-county come and take that seat. If he will get it, he will represent them. Thank you.
I also want to add that I think it's very unfair because if we choose the thing of one person per county, it will, but per sub-county, it will be unfair because you can imagine like it will hurt someone or rather many people who are
like you can imagine yesterday someone was like, oh, I can't believe it, I'm vying for this, or the happiness. Now when they receive this news, you can imagine them crashing. But if we do, two people per account, no one gets hurt. More people get hurt by one person dropping down than everyone vying for a one count, sub count.
Two more, then we can have consensus.
Personally, I think it is not fair because I think we should let everybody vie, and then because we are people from the same sub county have gotten the seats, then that is where now we start looking for a solution. We shouldn't let people drop down. We should wait for the elections first.
But if we get the votes,
so we need to get the final opinion, then we can get to our consensus.
I'll still say the thing for we allow them to buy because it's even more hurting. It's even more hurting when you go outside there right now. Let's say you are three of you from the same sub-county and your friend. It will not be easy to like see your friend moving forward. It was also your dream to move forward. So like just allow them to vie for the seat. And after like let's say the chairperson and the deputy come from the same place, that is when we'll think of another solution. But don't break them right now. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So we need to come to a consensus. And what is coming out is that we will be hurting some people's feelings. The councillors are here. So we don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So we would go with the majority. I feel the majority was saying, let's give everybody a chance. We give everybody a chance. But now we need to agree. We can't have the chairperson and the deputy from the same. Sasa hapo ikifika hapo, we will get the next highest person from the other sub-county. Do we agree? Yes. And that applies for all the positions, not only chairperson. Sawa. But we would want you to go out and campaign very well and join forces, because we don't want the chairperson. We want representation from all the sub-counties. Like, if the chairperson is from Jiru, then the other person needs to get the deputy, the other person gets the secretary general, another person from another sub-county gets the deputy. So as you campaign, it's a time for you maybe to join forces and see how you can make better together. Because we want to spread all the sub-counties to get. Because at the end of the day, we are 11 sub-counties and the positions are 9. So mnaona bado kuna 2 sub-counties hawatapata. So if tukimake mistake, one sub-county ipate 2 positions, 3 sub-counties will not get. Are you seeing? Yeah. So we need to vote wisely, we need to campaign wisely, but the consensus is that cuts across. If the chairperson is from one sub-county, the other person will be from a different sub-county. Tumekubaliana? So far, so good. So we are not eliminating anybody from the list. So you will vie for the position you wanted to vie for. That is okay. So I think we need to break for tea, and you are free maybe to start campaigning even as you go for the tea, but there's some information we would get from the IEBC once we come back. Then after IEBC, we will give you another opportunity to go out and campaign, so that before we vote, at least you will have been given an opportunity to campaign. Sawa. Any questions? Yes? Yes. After the IEBC has given us some information, awareness about voting, then every person who wants to vie, they'll be given an opportunity to talk to us. Senior. So for now, we can have tea as fast as possible. 15 minutes, we come back. We have 15 minutes to the IEBC, then we can have the speeches, then we can go out and campaign. Sawa sawa? Okay. Thank you so much. So who is going to pray for our tea? We take tea for 15 minutes. Sawa sawa?
Let's bow our head for a word of prayer. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for leading us, mighty God, Father. As we're going to have our tea break, protect us, mighty God, Father. Be with us till the end. And for that short, we do pray to say and believe in. Amen.
So in 15 minutes left, tea break.
Before we go, can I have Alamin Ahmed, Angel Wangeshi, and Mark Ngunjiri, and Stacy Sushi, and also Sophia Fatuma. We can break. Kenya Children's Assembly. We are about to enter the real battlefields, whereby we will be choosing our leaders for the Kenya Children's Assembly. With me, I have a different people here who would love to vie for different posts, and I'd really love to ask them a few questions on how they feel before the elections and how they feel the elections will be for them. So we will start. What's your name? What are you vying for? Kenya Children's Assembly. Maybe how do you feel before the elections?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much. So, good luck in your elections, and I hope you make it. Thank you so much. I want to get another person, Stacy Shuchi. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm so good.
You're doing amazing. What? How do you feel about the elections?
Like somehow nervous, but it's so like it's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
You feel like you're tensed.
I do have butterflies in my stomach, so it's kind of just frightening. Yeah.
But don't worry. It's I'm sure the elections will go well. And you have campaigned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for a seat of organizing secretary. Yeah.
Organizing secretary. Good luck in your elections, and I know everything will go well.
Yeah.
I also want to get our very own Alamin. Hello.
Hello, once more.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
So, how do you feel before the elections, being chosen for the Kenya Children's Assembly?
I feel kind of anxious, nervous, but I think I'm ready to crush it.
You're ready to do this?
Yes, ready to crush it.
What are you vying for?
I'm currently going for chairperson, also the governor.
The governor of Nairobi County, yes. Kenya Children's Assembly.
Yeah, exactly.
What maybe would you love, what are maybe some of the things you feel like you will do when you get this seat?
There's quite a few number of things that I'd like to do. There's something that's been going on in Kenya for quite a long time now. There's FGM, female genital mutilation, which is basically just female circumcision. It's something that has been happening quite a lot lately. And to think that Kenya actually has a 21%, it's kind of tough, I'd like to at least try to downgrade that percentage by at least 5%.
Don't worry. I am sure the elections will go well, and I pray that you achieve your manifesto for ending female genital mutilation.
I shall.
Thank you so much. I also want to speak to another one who's going for the same seat as Alamin. How are you?
Fine.
What's your name?
Angel Wangeshi.
Wow. So what seat are you vying for?
I'm vying to be governor.
You want to be the governor of Nairobi County, the Kenya Children's Assembly. How do you feel before the elections?
I feel fine, a bit nervous, but I still feel good.
Wow, you feel fine. That's the confidence we want in our leaders. Yeah. So what do you think maybe you'll do for the children of the Kenya Children's Assembly when you are voted for the governor seat?
So actually I'll do a lot. So first I want to start by saying, see, I'm not a good liar. So you can say personally, if I'm alone, I don't have a lot of power against everybody else. But I believe that when children come together, since we're the next generation, we can make something great of the world. So I promise that if they choose me as their governor, I'd make sure that all their troubles that they reach the government, and that everybody tries to do at least something. All the children out there are a lot of street children. Yesterday we were passing through Rwanda, and there are a lot of children who are homeless, and I guess that everybody deserves to be loved.
Don't worry. I'm sure with the confidence that you have and the things that you want to achieve, I wish you good luck in your elections.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is the 2022 Kenya Children's Assembly elections. We are about to choose our leaders, we as the children, the ones that will represent us in the Kenya Children's Assembly. We also have many organizations here, and one of them is Child Fund. We have also we also have the Kenya, a Lost Child Kenya, that's being represented here. They are sensitizing the children on the importance of maybe not fearing during the elections, the importance of being accepting the results, and the psychology which is being faced here by the children. They need to be ready, and they need to be out there. They need to know what to do. They're also being coached on what to do after the elections, and you don't get the seat that you are actually going for. They've been told that they can go through sessions whereby they can go to many people. Like we have our very own Mora Mengwa, who's the host here and the psychology, and she can help them in talking to them, mentoring them, right? So right now, I'd really love us to speak to one of the IEBC delegates who is being represented here at the Kenya Children's Assembly Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development today. So I'll just come here. Hello, sir. You good?
Salama.
Mi niko salama sana. My name is Omar Hamid from Tutu News International. I just want to ask you a few questions.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay with me.
Thank you. I want to ask you, what do you think this elections is going to impact on the children?
Just to introduce myself, my name is Ismail Yassin. I deputize the returning officer, Sarai constituency. And generally what we do is that we start inculcating democracy from a young age. So every time we get an opportunity to supervise or conduct elections for children and for schools anywhere, we take that as an opportunity to actually inculcate democracy and teach children that they can start leadership from a small age. So I'm very proud because I've seen very confident young ladies and gentlemen here that they're not going to be leaders of tomorrow, but they're leaders of today as well, because there are positions that they're contesting, governor, secretary general, and everything. So it paves way for them being leaders today in those specific areas they are, no matter how small. But tomorrow it also gives them a roadmap to actually being better leaders elsewhere. Yes.
That's amazing. Now, if I can just ask you, what are the procedures maybe you are going to take today to choose the leaders?
Basically, from IEBC, because it's the organization that is meant to conduct elections. It's not even meant to. It's the organization that is tasked to conduct elections in Kenya. So it is also good practice that for every election that is being done, because it is part of our mandate, that we not only do general elections, but for also elective bodies that are within the constitution. Like one of them being the KCA, the Children Assembly, which is also under the Children's Act of 2001. So it is also a child of the Constitution. So we have a responsibility to also bring best practice in terms of electioneering to this activity, so that also it legitimizes the process of choosing leaders, and also people understanding the process at a tender age, so that tomorrow if someone tells you, because I think there's also a curriculum that has been developed on election matters. So yeah, basically it's just to inculcate democracy and bring that that knowledge to the ground.
That's amazing. And maybe if I can ask, how many officials of maybe IEBC or not IEBC are present, and what are their roles?
Basically today, normally we have two scenarios when IEBC comes in. When we do quality control and basically supervisory, which in this case, this is one of them. And also when we actually come and take over the entire process, so we own it as IEBC. But this one, the case here has its own, what's it called? Code of conduct. Basically, they have a document that is alive. So basically, the election is theirs. For us, we are just adding value in terms of identifying where the gaps are, giving answer for where we do it well, and basically quality control in terms of electioneering, and of course, making it better the next time we're going to do it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for speaking to us as Mtoto News, and I hope the elections go well. And I hope you guys choose the representatives for the children of the Kenya Children's Assembly. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Indeed, each and every person of the Elections and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, Independent Elections, Electoral and Boundaries Commission, is being represented here. We also have one of the delegates who we have just spoken to, and they're going to be manning the elections. So, currently, the students are about to come back and do their debates, and they're going to try and do their speeches, whereby they'll be talking to their fellow students. And right now, as we are speaking, they're actually campaigning outside. They are trying to get their votes. They're trying to move. They're trying to get the real feel of being represented, of being part of the Children's Assembly. So here at Mtoto News, my name is Omar Hamed. Unajua si utanirushia ma questions zenye unadai niulize, sawa?
You're a journalist.
As we told you earlier, there are students here at the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development who are trying to vie for different seats. And as we had told you, they are actually taking tea right now, and some of them even campaigning for these seats that they want to get. This is actually a really good presentation for children, the Kenya Children's Assembly, and to advocate for children's rights. And it's actually a really good practice that children get this training so that they can actually be good leaders in future. We have leaders who are currently, right now, as we are speaking, in the county assembly, some of them in the big assemblies out there, and they were actually part of the Kenya Children's Assembly. They started from the KCA. This is actually really good practice. So right here, I'm gonna get a few conversations. I want to get a few comments from them, how they feel, and also I know you also want to have your take from the Kenya Children's Assembly. You want to say something. How do you feel as the viewer, maybe about this whole process? What do you feel about children choosing their leaders to represent them in the government? Maybe you want to give us your views. You can find us at Mtoto News on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We are also streaming this currently live on YouTube. Just give us your views and what you want, what you feel, what is your take about this Kenya Children's Assembly. So right here, I have a few people that I would really love to interview and ask them what they feel about these elections. So hi everyone.
Hi.
How are you guys feeling?
Fine.
You guys are amazing. So are you guys vying? Is anyone here who is vying for anything? Yes. Oh, amazing. Maybe I can start with you. Maybe what are you vying for? Just come here. Just come here. Thank you so much. You know, being part of a leader involves confidence, right? You have to be confident to speak to the media people like us. And what are you vying for?
Clerk.
You're vying for the clerk.
Yeah.
Wow. And how do you feel right now before the elections? How is the tension? Maybe.
I hope that I will get it.
How do you feel?
Not really bad, but hoping that I will get it.
You pray that you get it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, as long as that you are confident and with your manifestos, I'm sure that you will do great, right? Yeah. So we have different fields. I know you guys who are watching us have different opinions on this Kenya Children's Assembly, and you'd love to give us your views. I told you that you can find us at our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr at Toto News. And I'd really love to continue with my interview here. So hi.
Fine.
How are you? What are you vying for?
Currently, I'm not vying for anything.
You're not vying for anything. Okay, you're here to vote and
Yes.
choose your leaders. So, how do you feel as a voter?
I expect an election that will be fair. Yeah.
That will be fair to choose your leaders, right?
Yeah, to everyone.
So hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Welcome to the
Thank
Kenya
you.
Institute of Curriculum Development.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are you maybe vying for something?
No, I'm not vying. I'm like 17, so I'm not vying. Yeah.
So where are you maybe coming from your constituency?
Yeah, Makadara.
Makadara constituency. Is it being represented here at the Kenya Children's Assembly?
Yeah.
And do you think that we will choose the best leaders that we want to have?
Maybe. You never know. Maybe.
We never know.
Yeah.
What do you look for? What do you look forward for in this election?
Maybe a fair election, and I'm really humbled by the fact that the kids here are like small, they're primary kids, but they can step up to be leaders. It's really encouraging. Yeah.
Like, for example, like what kind of leaders would you want to be in the Kenya Children's Assembly? Who like the ones who advocate, the ones, and what are the values you would want them to have?
So the value I really respect most is self-confidence. Someone who can express themselves freely, maybe can carry our issues, convey our issues to the respective, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So it feels like we all have different fields. Even the voters themselves, I've spoken to a few, and they also feel like they want a leader who is confident, who is strong, who is advocacious, who is trying to advocate for the children's rights and trying to, get to know what children are going through and how they can use their leadership qualities, their representation in the government to help these children to try and bring out their rights. We talked earlier with Alamin Ahmed, and he was actually advocating for the FGM, female genital mutilation, and he wanted that by the time that he is getting out of this post, he himself removes female genital mutilation, maybe through different sources. We understand that he's also part of Team Toto News. He's got the media behind him. So I think that's a really good opportunity. We also have different people I would really love to interview. So currently I want to interview someone from Brenta Kenya Children's Assembly. So Brenta, hi. Can I please ask you a few questions? Thank you so much. I would love to ask you, how did you feel as you are organizing this event for Kenya Children's Assembly?
How we felt? The feeling was that it's a good feeling because organizing children is quite a bit easier than adults. Children are easy to work with as comparing to adults. So provided we had the timelines in the planning, we had good planning, and we were able to give out the communications on time. So we are really happy for what has come out for today. Yes.
Thank you so much. If I can maybe ask you, what is the Kenya Children's Assembly? Maybe someone at home doesn't know about the Kenya Children's Assembly or what it entails, or the kind of representation they have in the government, maybe, or the connection they have.
The Kenya Children Assembly is one of the forums which is advancing one of the child's rights pillars, that is child participation, and it's a platform. I would call it like a platform, like an institution that has been created to give children an opportunity to come and air their views, their opinions, and inform in decision making on matters that affect them. So we are being guided by the operational guidelines for the Kenya Children Assembly so that it is standard out throughout the country. So we are being guided by the operational guidelines, which gives us the objectives, the functions, the activities, and even speaks about the rules of engagement and the leadership structure. Yes. So this is the county, we are at the county level. We are hoping that once we have elected our leaders, then they'll be given an opportunity at the national level also to participate and also vie for the positions at the national level. Yes.
That's amazing. And maybe if I can ask, what procedures have you put down for today, maybe in today here at the elections?
Oh, the elections are being overseen by IEBC. We have IEBC officials, and they are the ones who are overseeing the elections. And still, we have constituted an electoral body, which is comprising of the Children's Department, the civil societies who are here just to ensure that the elections proceeds on well and it's fair and exciting. And I can say that the children are feeling that they need to be given an opportunity to be elected. So it was a challenge to ask them to to step down if they are coming from the same sub-county. We felt that they are indicating that we are hurting their feelings. So we have come to a consensus that we give them an opportunity and let the highest person vote, get their votes.
Wow, that's amazing. It's really bringing that election feel and how the real deal is out there. And currently here, I am talking to part of the organizing committee actually for the Kenya Children's Assembly, right? And I feel like this election is going to go on well, and many representatives from different sub-counties have come here to choose their leaders and also to be chosen. Right now, currently, the students are taking tea, but they are going back to go back and try and campaign and try to get their feel. Miss Mora Mengwa, I'd really love to speak to you, please, if that's okay. Miss Mora is currently taking tea, but we will be able to talk to her in just 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Currently here, I know you want to give us your views about what's happening. We are actually live on YouTube, Mtoto News YouTube channel, and uh, we also have our social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Mtoto News. Also visit our website at www.mtotonews.com. This is a 3-day event that is cutting across from yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We will still be streaming them live, and we here at Total News International, we do care about your views. So give us your views from www.mtotonews.com, from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and yeah. So currently, I'd love to move on to this way. I want to speak to all the officials who are I want to speak to all the officials who are trying to make this day happen. So if I can just get someone, maybe you please, from Lost Child Kenya. Uh, you're from 116. 116. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. What do you feel about these elections and the Kenya Children's Assembly and the whole feel of children choosing their leaders?
I think it's a good thing because it allows the children to participate first, which is very core in the council of the children, and also it prepares children to be leaders and also to be authentic leaders. So I think it's very important as children grow up. It's a very good assignment for the children. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you as from 116, I know you guys sensitized the children on the importance of being okay, even though they don't get chosen for their role. Do you think that whatever you guys taught them will apply onto this election?
I think because once we were talking to them about being okay for not getting a position, their response already shows that they will, what we've taught them will apply, because their participation, the question they asked, looks like they really are prepared for the election, whether they win or whether they don't win. Yeah, and it has been an exercise done from the sub-county level, also at the county level. So it means they still have the information from the sub-county level because they are debriefed every time they're having elections. Yeah.
Maybe you can just, thank you so much for that, by the way. Maybe you can just inform us about maybe now 116 itself and how it cuts across children. Yeah.
So 116 is a toll-free number, first of all, for children. You can call during the night and during the day. It doesn't use airtime, so it's free. Anybody can call.
Let's just face the camera.
Sorry, anybody can call, whether a child or a parent or just an adult who is calling to report a child abuse case, or a child in distress can also call 116. You can also call just to talk to a counselor if you don't feel safe or you don't have someone that you trust. Yeah, it's basically free, and we are about the best interest of the child, and also we offer counseling. Yeah.
That's amazing. And maybe if I can just ask you, do you feel like the children who are being chosen here at the Kenya Children's Assembly will help in advocating 116? And I know you guys are all about abuse and how children can report. Do you think they'll be able to advocate for that?
They will advocate for that because already they know their rights as a child. They know they are supposed to participate. And I'm sure if they go to the assembly, they will voice the needs of the other children, and they will speak about children being abused. And because they've been on the ground, they come from the sub-county level, they come from a village, and also being in the county assembly level, they can also speak about abuse because they come from a family, they come from a village, they come from a community. And so they know what is happening in the ground, and it's so easy for them to speak about abuse. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I pray that the elections goes well. And I know you guys have sensitized them on different areas. I pray that they put that into practice and they go well with the elections. Thank you so much. Now that the children are back, they are seated. We are going to the real deal now. We are going now to choose our representatives for the Kenya Children's Assembly. It is one of the most I want to say that it's one of the most trying processes for a child, because the children here that I've talked to, most of them, they're saying that they are actually very nervous. They're actually very they have butterflies in their stomachs maybe, and it's like, they're so scared about this process, but I am so happy that they're getting trained to actually advocate and to actually help in making the children's rights be known out there. And this is actually one of the most best opportunities for them to also talk to the government about different fields, about different bills about children. I understand that the children's bill is, it's still an act. It's going for the second reading. And I feel like these children will be able to represent. So currently, the children are back and seated down. We want to continue with the entire process, and we want to help. We want to stream this for you people so that you can see the feel of how children get to choose their leaders. So right now we are actually getting inside this hall at the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, and everything is actually continuing. So let's sit down and let's enjoy this process. From Toto News, that's Omar Hamed.
The team, all right. I know your seats have occupied here. Worry not. Take any seats. So if you can hear me, clap once, clap twice, 3 times. Thank you very much. Now I feel like I have your attention. You're done. Thank you. All right. So we have a few minutes to lunch because we have a directive from this institution that we will take a lunch around 12. Okay? Yeah. So what will happen now is we will have the personnel from IEBC to speak to us for the remaining couple of minutes. Then we'll go for lunch. Then come back for the campaigns. All right? Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. See what's key. Okay. 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 Everybody okay? Very good. Haya. So tunasonga lunch ni campaign. Kuja picha kwa safi baridi hapa. Haya. Kisha vote. Votes will be tallied. Then the announcement of people who take the seat. Sawa. Great. Thank you very much for your cooperation so far. You guys are amazing. 1 clap for yourself. 2 claps for yourself. 3 claps for yourself. Very good. All right.
Thank you, Moran. Mimi napenda venye Moran anasema if you're listening to clap once, clap twice, clap 3 times. That's it. Yeah. So we are headed towards almost hiyo na tumekubaliana. Nimeona watu wamesema hawataki kunyang'anya haki yao ya kuchagua kwamba wanataka sote tuchaguliwe, lakini tukianza kuchaguliwa kwamba kila sub county itapata mwakilishi mmoja. Chairperson anatoka Fungi na Kibra ama Nata. We don't have a representative, but at least you get the opportunity to vote. Basically, that is democracy. Democracy is when we say we choose leaders for us by us. We choose leaders for us by us. So nyinyi ndio mtachagua watu ambao mnapendelea wawakilishi, na kazi yao ni kuwawakilisha nyinyi, sio? So as we head towards election, there are some few ground rules. I know some guys are campaigning, so as you're campaigning, it's important to stick to the good principles of leadership, right? When you're selling yourself, you sell what you can provide. If I am to sell this water, I have to say the nutritional value of this water, the ability of this water to quench your thirst, the ability of this water maybe to have flavor, you don't have all that. But you do not sell this water by saying that water is bad, right? What I mean is, as you're campaigning and as you're trying to use a sera, ukiuza sera, usiende ukazungumzia mwenzako vibaya, ama ukasema huyu hawezi kuuza. Sio, unajiuza wewe, unasema mimi nataka mnichague kwa sababu nilipenda na also pia unasema track record yako. What is your track record? What have you done for people? Maybe you're a class friend in your school, maybe you're a student in your school. What have you done? That is how you sell yourself. So apart from that, kuna campaign period. Easy to go a few minutes to lunch. As you have your lunch, you campaign. Nauza sera huko. Ikifika saa ya uchaguzi, sera haiuzwi tena. There's time to buy and sell, and then there's time that you have totally sealed that window of campaigning. So take your lunch, knowing that you a chance to just speak. Just a few minutes to just say who you are, the position that you're contesting, this account you're coming from, what are you doing this? Apart from that, kuna time ya kuvote sasa. Ukifika muda wa kupiga kura, kuna ballot paper ambao utapatiwa. That ballot paper, you'll be given 4 ballot papers. All of them have the respective people who are contesting for those positions. Kama ni organizing secretary, kama ni sergeant at arms, kama ni governor who is the chairperson. So each ballot paper will have a list of names for all the contestants who are competing for that particular position. The instructions are very simple. Unaandika hapo juu, you use an X, a tick, or a dot, like a black circle, and you specifically put those marks against the name of the candidate who you're voting for. You only vote for one particular candidate. Of course, voting in secret ballot, meaning wewe na kura zako kura ni siri yako. Unachagua mtu ambaye unachagua, you silently go and drop them. Each ballot box is labeled. This is translucent stuff. This is translucent. The current one that we're using for IBC is also you're not allowed to do. So the ballot box will look something like this. Before we start, it will be emptied so that all candidates but all of you will be shown compared to the city. Small holes here. But of importance is that each ballot paper has a particular name to it. Like if you take the general ballot paper, you're going to cast it in the general box. Any ballot paper that you found in a different box has with regards to the position that you're going to be. Maybe the one for Secretary General, imepatikana kwa box ya chairperson. Hiyo tumekataa. That is called a stray ballot. Stray ballots are always rejected. Going back to my initial point, I said you use a tick, a X, or a dot, like a circle, small. And the dot is a mark. basically, those are the three universal marks in the voting. Because what you're trying to do is that a ballot paper is not going to identify someone. You're not supposed to put signature, you're not supposed to put name, you're not supposed to put maybe it's kind of thing. So basically, I'm trying to identify myself with the person who votes for. So we agreed that those things, just like a small thing, within the box, within the prescribed box, against the name of the candidate, it should not cross to the next. No, she has a very valid question. She's saying the tick unasema huyu ndio mimi nataka. The X ni unasema huyu sitaki. That is not the point. You use one mark. On that ballot, on each ballot paper, you only put one mark, and you're putting a mark against the person who you're voting for. So you're not saying that out of the 14 who are contesting for chairman, you would not put tick for Ismail and then you put X for all the other candidates. No, that is a rejected mark. In fact, we will reject it. You need to put one mark. So you choose between the marks. Those are the three marks that we mentioned. The tick, it doesn't signify, it's not a normal tick to say that I like this person, I don't like this person. It's just some people don't like X, like X marks the spot. If you're putting a title that means someone's back, put there an X. That is where I want to put. That's the good thing. So basically, those are not signs to say yes and no. You're just meant to choose one of the signs. If you're comfortable using a tick, you just use a tick and put it against the name of that particular candidate that you buy. If you want to use an X, you can just basically use an X and you put it against the candidate that you buy. You use a dot if you prefer circling, doodling kidogo, just doodle, but doodling within the box. Or the box. Let it not go beyond. Am I communicating? So, you have a question? Yes. Yes, we don't return it to where it should be. We don't count it at all. You know what you're doing here? You might be wanting to protect your vote, but what you're doing here, we're trying to inculcate element of democracy and knowledge of elections beyond the elections that you're doing here. So basically, we're trying to instill best practice in terms of how you conduct election. Even whatever I'm telling you is actually what is replicated in the national election. During general election, what happens is that we have, how many elected positions do we have in Kenya today? Elected positions, yes. You start with the highest, president, governor, speaker, one, MP is also part of that list. There is senator here, MCA, youth, yes, women. They are called County Women National. County Woman representative to the National Assembly. So there are 6. So when we conduct elections during general elections, you know why we are saying it is stray and it is rejected? We are meant to count systematically from the president. So assuming I get a rejected, I mean a stray ballot paper of the governor in the presidential. Because for us, we complete one ballot, one elective seat per count. So when I count for the president, I'm supposed to finish and I relay the results. I send the results to the national tally. So assume I get another presidential in maybe the county. What will I do? It can't be counted, you get? Because I already sent the results of the presidential. So the same practice we are going to adopt here, it's good practice, so that we are keen and attentive when we are marking, and also where we are going to cast our votes. You get? So it's very important that when you're reading your specific ballot paper, each ballot paper has been written the position. So if it is Secretary General, you have to be very keen that you mark whichever candidate, of course, we very keen. Definitely, yes. You have to work, you have to, my friend. Hata kama ni kura moja upate hapo. Kutoka zero, how do you contest and you get a zero? Question. So as I was saying, so the ballot papers have names, have positions that you have to be very keen, mark clearly against the application paper, and then you cast it in the specific ballot paper, in ballot box. Kama hiyo ballot paper imeandikwa Secretary General, you take your time. We will set up some booth. We have a booth where you can walk into that booth, you have a deliberate yourself. Just try to remember who you are. Also, if a ballot paper is not marked, maybe you will decide not to mark anybody. Question? Because, as I mentioned, those are just marks. You can prefer any. Kama unapenda kuweka dot, but prefer just instead of using the X or, but those are instructions that are already on the ballot paper. As I said, we are trying to bring best practice. We are trying to emulate what is being done at the national level. Because tomorrow, they say that you are leaders of tomorrow, but no, you're leaders. So you're leaders now. But also tomorrow, when you're going for other elected positions, you also have that knowledge of what a good election practice. So those marks, you don't need anything basically, but you can just choose any mark to use. But the way the voices and the consultant, you need the box. Let's not go beyond the box. Let's not touch another candidate because that one will reject. Another issue of rejection would be if you tear your ballot for whatever reason, if it is torn, then you will reject. So you need to handle those ones. Stray. How many have you mentioned? You say stray. The reasons for rejection or spoilage. Stray. Another one. When you marked for more than one candidate. When you turn the ballot paper. Or you have your own vote. What else? You say it's stray if you mark for more than one candidate. If it is put in a different, you cannot stay. If you put it in a different ballot box as opposed to where it is supposed to be. After elections now, we will go for counting. Counting will be done in the presence of the candidates. We will now convert the following session. Where the candidates will sit for every election. The 14 candidates will be aligned with them. So as we are counting, when we raise the ballot paper, we can confirm the legitimacy for that. For you or for her, you can easily see that you not against that. And again, that is the start. So we will start with, I think maybe Brenda will give us a time how to start. But for us, during the election, we start with the president. That is highly contested election. So normally we start with the president and governor, counting and then the national proclamation or something. So it will also be systematic in terms of how we manage. But remember that you're going to be in four ballot papers. You have to mark them correctly. You have to cast them correctly. Okay? So once you do your bit, we will also do our bit in terms of counting. Then from there, I think now Brenda will declare those people who are voting the number of votes. Actually, she will read even the one person who is going to get one vote, we will count it as unless there's a question. I was told 12 sharp to stop so that you break for lunch. Mora, you can energize them a bit.
All right. So you guys know what to do during
the voting process, right? What not to do, what to do. Very good. Now, because of time, we go for lunch. Max, 45, 50 minutes, so that we set this out. Toka kwa tumetoka by, tumetoka by 1, so we should be early, okay? All right. We are going to the restaurant where we were yesterday. Sasa? Okay. So let us pray. Then as you go out, you pick your meal card. Sasa? Then now you come to do your speeches and campaigning. Nani atakuongea? Come. Mwalimu, haya. Tomina, for thank you, Stacy. Up and let's go have some lunch. Okay?
So this is the point where they break for lunch. And after this, we are literally coming back for the main elections. We are going to come back and actually get their views, the children themselves, on also how they feel after the lunch. And then we go for the real deal. But before that, maybe I'd really love for us to get to just a look of how the process is actually going. As you can see, there are actually ballot boxes written for different uh, uh, seats that these people are actually vying for. We have the chairperson, the sergeant at arms, organizing secretary, and then we have the secretary general. And I'd really love for us to get to see one of the papers of how the elections will actually be going, how the people will actually be voting, and how the names have been noted down. So if you can just come close, yeah. Uh, no, I want to see this. Yeah, thank you. So as you can see here, we have the names of the different leaders that want to be different seats. As you can see, this one is for the chairperson. The chairperson, we have around 10 candidates who are trying to get this seat, and this is how the ballot papers actually look like. They will be voting by ticking or putting an X or putting a dot on the side of the person they are actually choosing. Uh, as you can see, this year many people have actually vied for that seat. That's why you can see that they've added a few names or a few lines so that they can ensure that everyone is fit in there. If you can remember, for the earlier conversation, we had Brenta, who was actually asking the children to give their views on how they feel about removing some of the representatives who are from the same sub-counties, and the children said that let them be voted in, and then if they are from the same sub-county, they can choose one. Now they can decide, or they can vote, people can vote for them again to see how they can actually balance this elections. So here we have that paper. I'm sure that you've gotten the right feel. The children are actually practicing true democracy here. It's a good practice. I am so proud of our country, by the way. So here we also have different people who are actually going to be helping in the process of the elections. That we have different people who will be counting also the votes that the children will be would have casted. We also have them who will also be seated with the people who are vying for the different seats, the chair people, the chairperson, the sergeant at arms, the organizing secretary, and the secretary general. who they're going to sit with them, this panel, and they're going to actually tell them they actually to count their votes when they are seated with them in front of them. Uh, um, they'll be with them, they'll be seated with them, they'll be counting the votes in front of them. Currently, the students have gone for lunch. They've broke for lunch, and when they come back, they come and vote and choose their leaders. We are going to the real deal here. We are going now to the real event. We are going now to the core, the primary focal point of the KCA, the Kenya Children's Assembly, the students choosing their leaders. I know that you want to give us your views about the Kenya Children's Assembly. You can reach us on our social media platforms at Mtoto News, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we are streaming this live on YouTube at Mtoto News. But before we get the elections and the entire field and the different interviews that we might conduct, for now we are taking a short break here at Mtoto News. But don't go far. We have now the real elections. We want to see children. We want to see children who are actually choosing their leaders. So we're taking a short break here at Toto News International. But stay tuned. Don't go away. Omar Ahmed.